Hello, my fabulous little freaks. Mama Lou here. And today what we were going to do is I'm getting this need to share some messages for the collective regarding relationships. This is like, it can be interpersonal relationships, family relationships, love relationships, housemate relationships, anything like that. I'm feeling this need for the messages that are coming in are about meeting people on their own level and being a little less harsh to each other. So I don't know what's going to come out, but those are the messages I've been getting like all day. And so I was like, well, fine, let's do a interpersonal relationship poll for the collective and see what wants to speak. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with here. All right, the first one we got is Two of Cups. All right. I feel like you're in a dance with someone. Like this could be playing coy. This could be the flirtation part of the relationship. This one feels like a relationship to me, the one that's coming out first. So I see here with these two is almost like you're doing this like little dance and you're kind of both dancing around each other and nobody's really actually taking the lead in it. And what I'm getting is you need to kind of bring it down to earth a little bit, get out of this fantasy. Sometimes when we're kind of just in that flirting stage with people, it's hard to take that next step because in your head, it's still great and it's amazing and this person's flawless and they're, perfect in every way. And it's almost like once you take it from here in your fantasy brain and you bring it into the material world and it becomes a reality, it can feel like it's not quite as exciting, or it can feel like it's, I don't know. It just has this feeling of you almost thinking that you're this is going to sound really weird. Almost thinking that you're better in a fantasy relationship than actually doing the harder part in actually having that relationship in the real world. So this has a little bit of beware of just, staying in that fantasy, and it feels like you're the one that needs to be the one to take that first step. So if there's someone that you're kind of doing this with, it almost feels like, because of the way the Queen of Wands is they are very comfortable in their environment. They're very comfortable with themselves. They very much enjoy the things that they have around them, and this is kind of you almost introducing someone else into that world. I'm not saying you need to go step out on a limb and do something crazy, but do it in a way that you're comfortable with, where you feel the most secure, when you have the most self-esteem, when you have, so if you're going to take it out of the fantasy world, it's almost like put your best foot forward. But it definitely feels like it's you that needs to be making that step. So I'm trying to think what else is here. There also might be a feeling, and this is in some cases, of a feeling of imbalance, of where you're trying to make sure that you go into this thing on equal footing. Like, how sometimes there's times when you get into a relationship with someone and maybe they make more money than you, or maybe they have a really nice house, or maybe they have an awesome job and they travel, and you kind of just have totally different lives. And you may have some insecurities about whether or not, am I adulting as much as this person? Do I have my shit together as much as this person? What are they going to think about my lifestyle? What are they going to think about, my job? Am I going to measure up? Because this person's been in your fantasy, you've already built them up onto this pedestal, right? And so now, whether that's true or not, you're like thinking that you don't want them to have to lower themselves because you see them as this awesome thing, like you don't want them to settle for you. But what I'm getting with this is they're not settling. I mean, look at how gorgeous this Queen of Cups energy is. And this is not gender specific, the Queen, King, whatever you identify as, it's the energy. And so you are in your element in your own way. Don't let this kind of comes into a theme that keeps coming up. Don't compare yourself to others. You have your own things to offer. They may not be the same things, but it has value. And you don't know what this other person is looking for. You don't know that may be exactly what they want. Maybe they're tired of the lifestyle that they've been living and they want to try new things. So I'm getting that a lot because, then you got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands has been through this before. The Knight of Wands, this isn't their first rodeo, but they have this idea. They have this dreamy idea because they know deep down that a positive, loving, caring relationship with equal give and take is possible. They may have seen glimpses of it. You may have seen glimpses of this. And so you know that it's there. It's just kind of like with this woman I said at the beginning is, but you have to bring it from here to reality. You need to draw it down into the physical world so that you can actually start working on it. This person knows what it takes. They know the work that it takes. I'm not saying enter into an unequal relationship whatsoever, but I am saying that it's not just going to fall in your lap. It's not just going to be easy every single day. It's something you're going to have to choose to do every single day. And that is, I am going to do what I can to make this person happy. I'm going to do what I can to listen to this person, to be their comfort, to be their playmate, to have fun, all that other stuff. And I feel like it's not meant to be drudgery. And I think that that's why people, when they're in this stage, kind of romanticize it so much, because in a perfect world, it wouldn't be so hard. But relationships are work. They don't have to be hard, but they will be work and effort. And don't be in a relationship with someone who doesn't inspire you. Nine of Inspirations, who doesn't inspire you to even want to do that kind of work, who wants to just sit back and let them do the thing. Because then you got the three of Swords in reverse. Don't already, before you even get started, start planning for when it's over. That kind of energy going out, even if it's, that kind of energy going out is going to become your own self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't go into this already broken. If you are in this flirting stage and you are not to this point in your life and you are still living in this, you are not ready for a relationship. You're not. And that's okay, because you need to work on loving yourself, forgiving yourself for anything, so that you can be a whole person for another person. Also, you don't want to be expressing energies onto a new person that have nothing to do with them. They don't deserve that. You don't deserve that, because you're never going to get that dreamy kind of flirty, fun relationship if that's the place that you're coming from. So I just think that if you are in that place, and this could be because it is in reverse, you may be just now rebuilding yourself to the point of where you're just starting to look, which may be why you feel okay flirting. And maybe that's a big step for you, and that is awesome. Good for you. You're rocking it, okay? If you went through something like this and you are to the point of where you even feel okay with having a flirtation, that's a huge step. Congratulations. You are doing awesome. You are processing, you are working through, you are doing what you need to be doing. And so if that is the case and you're having that flirtation, just set the expectation ahead of time. You don't want to draw this person in, have them start having deeper feelings for you if you're not ready to make the next step, if you're not comfortable making that next step. That's just a little bit, I mean, that's only for, some of you, but it's definitely a message that's coming through that you want to just be careful of. When you're ready, then that's when you move. You don't need to move before that. Just, don't do it out of, fear. You never want to join or start getting in a relationship out of fear. You don't. That's not a good place to start in, because it's almost like you're already in a hole and you gotta, build yourself back. Yeah, it's not fair, and it's the truth. Sometimes it's not fair that these things have happened to you, or that you've gone through these different things, and it's easy to want to stay in this kind of energy when you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't deserve this. And I'm not saying you did. Most of us don't deserve most of the shit that happens to us. It's how we decide to deal with it, okay? And I know that's platitudes and crap, but it's part of the human existence. The other thing here, this also brings up again, that whole idea of, like I said, the give and take, the equal in, equal out. The energy that you put out there is the energy you're going to put back in. The effort you give to this relationship, if it is not being reciprocated, that's an unequal relationship. Now, does that mean that there's times of highs and lows where you might be the support person and they're the ones that need more help or more attention or more affection? Yes. But the minute that you're in that place, if they're not returning that favor, that means you're giving much more of yourself than you should. And it's really hard, because sometimes when you just really love someone, or you're just really, into someone, it's really hard to see when you're letting them kind of walk all over you, or you're letting them take advantage of you, or it's always you having to start the conversation, or it's always you who's having to, put the fire back in the situation. That can get tedious to the point of where you start getting resentful, and you start feeling like it's monotonous, or you start feeling like it's not worth it. So how deep are you going to get into that, getting into a relationship with someone? Because this almost feels like once you get past this Three of Swords moment, I feel like this really sent you on an awakening journey, or a finding yourself journey. And whatever that is it's really shown you what you want in life, what you deserve in life, what you appreciate in a partner, the places that you could improve as a partner, how you can have great communication. Like, you have taken the time, or if you're in the process of doing this right now, it's not wasted time to reflect on past relationships is great. I'm not saying bring them back into the new ones. This is a different part of this. This is about you. This is you actually finding that peace, that balance within yourself, knowing what was your part in it, and knowing what was someone else's part in it, knowing what you could do different in the future, and recognizing that, honestly, it kind of almost feels like if it's lost and it's gone, it wasn't meant for me. If it is meant for me, it'll either come back around, or I'm going to find something new. But I am going to continue on my path, and I'm not going to let that define me. I'm not going to let being single define me. I'm not going to rush into another relationship just because maybe all your friends are in relationships. Maybe your family's putting pressure on you. Maybe freaking society is telling you you're getting old, you better hurry up and get hitched, or whatever that is. Because I understand all those things happen. I do. They all happen and it sucks. Especially when it comes to people's emotions, their love lives, their relationships and stuff like that. The fact that so many people have fucking opinions about other people's relationships in life, it's just flabbergasting to me. We are all single souls in this world, and we all have our own path, and we're all unique, and you can't cookie cutter us, even when it comes to relationships and emotions. Yeah, because you got the Two of Swords in reverse. This is you looking at the past and the present, it almost feels like, and kind of taking the emotions out of it and seeing it as a clear choice. And it's your choice to make. Like I said, it's not someone else's choice to pressure you into feeling the need that you are less than because you are not with someone. Because maybe you're working on yourself. Maybe you have other things to do. Maybe you're focused on your career. Maybe you're focused on your kids, your family, or anything like that. Or maybe you have dreams that you're trying to accomplish. And so it's not an either or. The Two of Swords in reverse. It's not a single choice. It's not binary. It is literally everybody is different and everybody gets to make that choice for themselves. Okay? I'm going to see if anything else wants to come up on this. I really like this reading so far. It actually is coming through much clearer than it was in my head all day. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Because I really think that a lot of people need to hear this. And so, okay, they're done with these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some songs for you guys to listen to. This is the Mixtape Oracle. All right, we already, oh my goodness, that's a lot. What do we have here? Okay, I'm gonna just, that's way too many. You guys need to focus here, okay? But these are songs that I hope that you will listen to and really just listen to what the best way I have found with these oracle cards to really make them resonate is I get the song, I pull up the lyrics, I listen to it all the way through, and then I listen to it again without lyrics. And I just try and focus on what is the message the universe is trying to convey through this song. The universe has never failed me yet. I know I'm kind of a music geek and stuff like that, but for me, messages can be conveyed so much easier through song. Words are never enough. Even when I get these messages in, I'm trying as the best I can to get the point across that they're shoving in my brain. So I'll try my best to just, I put headphones on too, just so I can just zone out and be in that moment, almost like a meditation. It works for me. Okay. The first one that came out is A to B by Matt Hires. Time can be your dearest friend, or time can be a bandit when tomorrow turns into history. It's about the journey, not the destination. Exactly. You don't need to rush from relationship to relationship. You need to take the time to process, learn, grow, then you can move on. And it's also, life is what you make it. Where is your focus? Exactly. And if it's not focused on love, it's not focused on love, and everyone else can just, you know what I mean? All right. We got Girls Chase Boy by Ingrid Michaelson. I'm a little let down, but I'm not dead. There's a little bit more that has to be said. You play me, now I play you too. Let's just call it over. Yeah, this feels like this card here, and you just deciding to move on and try and get more comfortable and more at ease, and so that you can have that hermit moment of where you just process. That one very much feels like it. You also got I'm Still Here by Sia. The past it haunted me. Oh, the past it wanted me dead, but the battle was lost because I'm still here. It's overcoming your past. Like I said, Forgive decisions and actions from your youth. That's a big part of it. Sometimes some of our relationship issues have nothing to do with relationships at all. It's about the way that we were brought up. It's about the society we lived in. It's about the culture we lived in. It's about the type of family we grew up in. It's about all those different things. We learned how to love from our parents, or we learned how to love from our guardians, or our community, or the people around us, our older siblings, or whatever that is. That's where we learn from. And so, like it literally says, don't let fear win, come out victorious. Like, don't let things from your past continue to haunt you. You can't do that to yourself. Like even that forgiving your past decisions. You were younger, you didn't know. Give yourself a break. It's okay. You're gonna mess up in relationships. That's how you learn. I don't really know what else to say about it, but everybody feels that way, like they didn't do enough. Or that they should have tried this, or they should have done more, and they have regrets, and that's okay. Just don't repeat them out of something that some sort of box that you think that you have to live in. This feels a lot like pressure on you. It feels like maybe possibly from your parents or your friends or your family of I hate it, but like, what's wrong with you? Or you can't go to a freaking dinner with the family without being like, oh, hey, the single person's here, and it's like, thinking of all the things you want to say. But, sometimes when you're alone and you're, tired and you can get a little weepy about it. No fault. It hurts when people don't think you're enough just by yourself. And I know that they say, well, they don't mean it that way. Some people need to just start shutting their mouths and stop picking on people over stuff that they have, I could go on and on and on about it, but I won't. The next one is Moment's Notice by Joel Taylor. I don't think I'm ever going to go back home. I don't think I could face it alone. All my tears are washed away. I can finally live again. I was just talking about family. Facing your demons, healing your past, finding yourself amongst the rubble, therapy, and childhood trauma. That one's a little bit on the nose, everybody. Sorry about that one. Let me see if any of these, there was a big jump or chunk of them that fell out. I did get this one, We'll Be All Right by Grace Potter. When the world's feeling heavy with sorrow and the day looks as dark as the night, as long as there's going to be tomorrow, we'll be all right. Yeah, this is you finding someone that you just get. It could start with, it's okay to take baby steps. It can start with just flirtation and talking. That's okay. Most great, romances and love, they start out randomly or simple, and it feels like you are just now opening up to being open to that again. I covered a lot of different aspects of this, and they all are kind of working together, but they all have their own points to it. But I really hope that helps. What I'm going to do is I will put these songs in the description for you. Yeah. Looks good, you guys. I believe in you, okay? And don't let anybody judge you on there's no timeline. There's no timeline on when you should be at certain points, okay? Especially not with your emotions and everything else that's going on in the world. Give yourself a break, okay? Give yourself a break. Mama Lou loves you so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.